Jenny, who the hell do you think you are stealing my man like this? Whoa, where did that come from all of a sudden? You wanna, take a chill pill and tell me what you're talking about, sis? Don't play dumb with me. I saw it with my own eyes. You and Darren going into the hotel together holding hands. Have you lost your mind? He's my fiancé, you know. Huh? Oh, you mean you saw us? Was it just by coincidence? Like hell it was. He's been acting strange lately, so I decided to do some digging. He hardly pays me any attention these days. We stopped going out as a couple, and he never puts his damn phone down. I barely recognize him anymore. Wow, that's actually impressive. You figured it out just from that? Did you hire a private investigator? I followed him under the pretense of going to work. I saw you both with my own eyes. I was so shocked when I realized what was going on. I would have never imagined in a million years he was on his way to a hotel for a seedy tryst with my little sister. You followed him, yourself? You're nuts. That's kind of creepy, sis. Don't you think that's a little obsessive? He's my fiancé. We promised to spend the rest of our lives together. We even met each other's families. How is wanting to know whether he's being faithful to me obsessive? Try common sense. Are you trying to destroy everything we had? I'm not trying to do anything, but let's face it, your wedding is gonna have to be called off now. I think I'm a much more suitable wife, so it's probably for the best this way. You were never gonna last, so you should be thanking me for bringing things to an early resolution. Called off? Yep, he's gonna break up with you. I think you lucked out big time by getting an elite high-spec guy like Darren to agree to marry you in the first place. Not only is he a top sales executive at a major global company, but he's so dishy, he could have been a model. He's elite, I tell ya. A guy with so much going for him would be wasted on you. Wasted how? We loved each other before you stepped in and wrecked everything like a goddamn bull in a china shop. Get out of our way. Exactly, you loved each other. Past tense. He doesn't feel anything for you anymore. What's gone is gone, and it's never coming back. Better just move on, sis. Things will be easier for you that way. I don't need you to tell me that. He wouldn't be going to hotels with other women if he loved me. That would be bad enough on its own, but to think he's been at it with my own sister? Ugh. Darren's been mine for a long time now. It's hardly a surprise, though. You're so much uglier than me. It's honestly surprising we're even related. Everyone knows guys prefer petite, ditzy blondes like me over neurotic heffalumps like yourself. Ditzy? Don't you mean moronic? You can call me whatever you like, but I know the only reason you're calling me neurotic is because, unlike you, I actually think before I act and plan for the future where possible. It's true, though. You've never exactly been the sharpest tool in the box, have you, Jenny? You've never been capable of sitting down and studying something for more than 5 minutes, and I lost count of the amount of times you were crying to me, begging to do your homework for you. Oh, you bore me, Elsa. You gonna dwell on the past for the rest of your life? Get with the times, loser. We're grown women now. Maybe so, but the point still stands because you're still just as much of an idiot as you always have been. Is that the only way you can feel superior to me? It's actually sad. You do know that guys aren't interested in how well educated you are, right? They don't look for the same things in us that we do in them. Most guys would be happy with a girl who flipped burgers for a living as long as she was hot. How many guys have chosen me over you now? How many times does it need to happen before you learn? You might be clever, but your smarts couldn't lock down any of your exes, could they? They want a woman, not a calculator. Not just guys either. Even mom and dad prefer me to you. It's true. I think mom and dad went seriously wrong with raising you somewhere down the line. They spoiled you and gave you too much attention, and look at the result. You turned into a vain, narcissistic, selfish, arrogant egomaniac. Sounds like sour grapes to me, sis. Who knew you were such a sore loser? You can insult me and question mom and dad's parenting all you like, but you should know we're all very happy. If you're such hot stuff, why is it you only seem capable of getting boyfriends by stealing them from me? Can't you attract a guy by yourself? I bet that's why you keep doing it. You like my sloppy seconds, do you? Disgusting. What does that make you? You're the one who keeps getting your boyfriend stolen so easily. I will say one nice thing about you. You're proving really useful for finding me a fresh supply of guys. You're hardly in a position to look down on me. When you're the one who keeps getting abandoned, left, miserable, alone, and full of envy every time. What do I have to be envious about? If anything, I'm grateful you're doing me a favor. Why the hell would I want to be with the kind of guy who'd get involved with my own sister behind my back? I wish you all the best. You and Darren are both scum, so you deserve each other. Whoa, scary. Is it any wonder you keep getting dumped with a mouth like that? You're about as feminine as a tractor engine. The only reason I'm speaking like this is because of you. And believe me, this is me holding back. You have no idea how badly I want to let you have it. It's taking a lot of self-restraint for me not to call you every name under the sun right now. Wow, thanks. I'm honored and privileged you feel so strongly about me. Whatever. Darren's never coming back, no matter how much you cry, so who am I to stop you venting? You go, girl. Yo, Elsa, my dearly beloved sister. Guess what? Guess what? Darren popped the question. You want to see a picture of my ring? 24 karat gold. It cost over $10,000. That's my Darren. He's the cream of the crop, so he can afford to treat his girl like royalty. Elite, I tell ya. I don't want to see any pictures, and I couldn't care less about you getting married. I'd appreciate if you didn't give me random updates on your personal life from now on. I already canceled our engagement. Me and him are strangers now. Aw, is someone putting on a brave face? That's admirable, sis, but I know you're secretly super interested in how things are between me and your ex. Shall I invite you to the wedding? As unfortunate as you are, I guess we are still family. Why would I be interested in watching a bunch of morons drink too much and make fools of themselves? I'd rather stick pins in my eyes. You're free to do what you like, but there's absolutely zero chance of me going. Wow, rude. I think I was kind enough to consider inviting you. Fine, you're not invited. You better not show up. You two would be bad enough on your own. But the idea of seeing mom and dad's faces after they gave you the go-ahead to steal my fiancé makes me sick. I don't think of any of you as family anymore. You have nothing to do with me as far as I'm concerned. You're strangers. I wouldn't look twice if we passed each other in the street. Fine by me. You know this is what I've always wanted. You're unnecessary. Mom and dad are happy as long as they have me. Think about it. Why would they need a rude, unsociable cave troll like you around when they have a perfect, gorgeous daughter like me? It's worrying how effortlessly saying malicious, insulting, hurtful things about people seems to come to you. Do you enjoy making fun of me that much? I wouldn't say I'm making fun of you. I'm just telling it like it is, you know? I want you to know your place. My place? And who are you, the freaking queen? I might not be royalty, but I am leagues above you when it comes to being a woman. You wouldn't even know the meaning of the word femininity. But for some reason, you still have the nerve to try and compete with me? Do you have any idea who you're messing with? I'm the personification of grace and elegance. If you look up feminine in a dictionary, there's a picture of me. I think it's actually sad how you have a chance against me. The things I say might sound mean, but all I'm trying to do is stop you from embarrassing yourself. It's better that you understand how defective you are than go around with false pretensions. I'm sorry, Your Highness, but who gave you the right to preach to me? You really think you're God's gift to humanity, don't you? Like you're the chosen one, free to look down on and cast judgment on all others as you see fit? Have you even looked at the situation? I'm as happy can be. Meanwhile, you're alone, miserable, depressed, and constantly angry. Are you even self-aware? I'm so high above you that you may as well be invisible. You should be thankful I'm even using my valuable time to try and help you right now. Go on, admit it. You're jealous. Jealous? Of you? Please don't flatter yourself. As far as I'm concerned, you're the most despicable human being on the whole planet. Oh, so you're not jealous, huh? We'll see about that. You know, me and Darren have already booked a venue for the wedding. It's a super popular spot with a picturesque ocean view. Apparently top-ranking celebs and influencers get married there all the time. They do? Cool, don't care. You don't care? Of course you do. You're just too ashamed to admit it. Don't worry, you can look at my Peatbook page if you want to see pics of the place. I've been posting about it all the time lately. Like hell I'd look at your social media. What are you even trying to do here? Make me mad by bragging? Can you blame me? Anyone would want to brag about getting married at such an amazing place. Do you know how hard it is to rent out? Not only is there a huge waiting list, but it's also about 50 times more expensive than most other places. Thank God I'm marrying an elite player at a major global company. Best decision of my life. You seem to be misunderstanding something here. Darren really isn't as amazing as you seem to think he is. Jeez, Elsa, have you no class? Insulting your ex just because he dumped you? It's kinda sad. Listen, you're free to overestimate him if it makes you feel good, but I'm telling you, you're wrong. Wow, you're an even bigger sore loser than I thought you were. I knew it. This is affecting you more than you're letting on, isn't it? You must be hurting deep inside to be acting like this. Aha! I've got it. Shall I introduce you to some new guys to make you feel better? I'm so kind that I'd be willing to introduce you to a bunch of my exes who I broke up with. They'd be a perfect match for you. I'd rather you didn't. You know Darren's buddy Evan? I have a feeling he has the hots for me. But I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot barge pole, so I'll do you a solid because I'm so thoughtful and introduce you. He doesn't have a girlfriend, as far as I know. Can you read? I said I'd rather you didn't. That's a favor I most certainly did not ask for. Oh, I see. Fine, have it your way. Be single and lonely your whole life for all I care. Me and Darren are about to achieve happiness of the kind you could only dream about. So please, don't get even more jealous than you already are and start lashing out. Hey, Elsa, what the hell do you think you're doing? You were just lurking around the wedding venue, weren't you? Are you wearing a white dress at my wedding? Is this your spiteful way of getting revenge against me? What's wrong, Jenny? Aren't you getting a little emotional here? Today is my wedding day! My wedding day! You're not welcome, so you need to go the hell away, right now. Why would you even come here? You're sick in the head. You turned down my invite, remember? Go home. You're not on the list. Oh, you're getting married today? So it was you getting married in the smallest hall they have to offer. One thing's for sure, the hall I picked is a hell of a lot nicer than yours. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I'm getting married today, in the biggest hall. What? Here? Why would you be getting married here? Because today's my wedding day. Liar! You're a sick, twisted liar. It's only been half a year since I stole your fiancé, so how is that even possible? I gotta give you credit, sis. I'm surprised you managed to stay together that long. Your relationships don't normally last longer than 2 weeks. Who's the groom? Someone you know. Evan. I seem to recall you offering to introduce us back then. Huh? Is he that guy you were with at the barbecue? That was Evan? Yep. He asked me out after I broke up with Darren, and we've been dating ever since. We decided to get married after a whirlwind romance, and, well, the rest is history. No, you're rushing things. This is too early. You've barely even known each other 5 minutes. We started dating pretty much immediately after I found out you were getting piped by my fiancé behind my back, which means we've been dating more or less as long as you and Darren have. Does that mean it's too early for you guys too, or does your weird logic only apply to me? Ugh, whatever, forget that. Why are you getting married in the biggest hall they had to offer? With no regard for me? That's not fair. Do you know how hard it was for me to get a reservation on this place? How the hell did you end up getting the best one when I booked ours first? Oh, you struggled? I'm so sorry to hear that, sweetie. You see, we didn't have any problems getting a reservation at all. Why not? Evan's dad's a successful entrepreneur who runs several businesses. One of the companies he's the CEO of just so happens to be the parent company of the company who provided the wedding venues. Which is why, with a word from Evan's dad, they were willing to be flexible with us. What? You heard me. Evan's the CEO's son. It's just like they say. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It might not be fair, but, well, sorry, honey. I really couldn't care less. That's why we have the highly sought-after, mega-spacious, ultra-luxurious hall all to ourselves. You're lying. You have to be. I had no idea Evan had money. Seems like he does. You mean you went out of your way to get married at the same venue as me so you could rub your rich new husband in my face? Not only that, but you made a point of reserving the most expensive wedding hall on the same day as my wedding? Ugh! Go to hell! Wait a sec. Is someone, by any chance, feeling a little perturbed, upset, troubled, disconcerted? Are your jimmies rustled, sweetie? Oh yeah, how could I forget? You were bragging like it was no one's business about the amazing wedding venue you booked, weren't you? I guess it's only natural that you'd be upset to discover your cave troll big sister had booked a bigger, more extravagant hall at the same venue on the same day. Ugh, shut up! Just shut up! I can't believe you found a richer husband than me just to get your own sister back because I got under your skin. You're so petty. You're just using him as a tool to fulfill your twisted revenge fantasies. You're pure evil. Okay, fine. I admit it. Maybe I did go out of my way to book our wedding at the same place as yours so I could rub it in your face. But the only reason I went ahead with it is because Evan said he wanted me to do whatever would make me happy. In other words, he loves me. He thinks a lot of me, and I love him too. Lies, lies, and more lies. You wish I was lying. I bet you couldn't believe your luck when a guy with money miraculously showed an interest in you. I know your game. You're trying to upstage me, aren't you? You're probably plotting to let my guests know that you're getting married in a bigger hall than me on the same day, aren't you? You're trying to embarrass me. I just know it, you scheming witch. How do you sleep at night to think you're actually getting married just to get your own sister back for me stealing your man? Have you considered how Evan's gonna feel when he finds out he's being manipulated and used like a puppet on a string? You're the biggest scumbag there ever was. Those are some interesting assumptions you're making there, Jenny. Thing is, I'm not marrying him to get back at you. Evan's super kind, sweet, and thoughtful, and he treats me like a princess. That's why we're getting married. It's because I want to spend my life with him. That I get to rub it in your face is just an added bonus. Besides, he knows all about what went down between me and you. Wait, does that mean he knows we're getting married at the same venue on the same day? And he's okay with it? So you're trying to screw me over as a team? He's super understanding and cooperative. I feel so lucky to have such a thoughtful and considerate partner. I get it now. He's deluding himself. He thinks you love him, but really all you're doing is using him as part of your twisted revenge plot. You don't love him at all. We'll see how long you last once the rush of embarrassing me wears off and he's served his purpose. I love him. We've grown closer and closer ever since we met. Apparently, he'd had eyes for me for a long time and was waiting for a chance to introduce himself to me so we could get to know each other. I should have gotten rid of that lowlife Darren and started dating Evan ages ago. Lowlife? Darren is not a lowlife. He's a top executive at a major global company. Global. You do know that, right? My man's riding the highway to success at full speed and no one can stop him. Vroom! Oh, what's that? I can't hear you over the sound of how well things are going for us. Face it, Evan only has money because of his dad anyway. My Darren's self-made and the sky's the limit. He's gonna be way richer than your wet noodle of a husband before long. He's elite, I tell ya, elite. You say that, but it seems like you really had to tighten the budget when it comes to booking your wedding. You spent so much on hiring out the smallest hall this place had to offer. I bet you couldn't afford to spend much on anything else. No, we're planning to go on a honeymoon together. Oh, really? Where to? Hawaii! We're going to stay there an entire week. Ah, I see. I guess the chances of us bumping into each other aboard are slim then. Evan and I are going on a nice, relaxing, round-the-world cruise. First, we go to Europe, then to the Middle East, then Asia. The list goes on, but it's so comprehensive I forgot. We'll be gone for a month. A cruise ship? Wait, aren't cruise ships expensive? Well, I guess these things don't come cheap, but to tell you the truth, I don't know. You see, Evan's the one who arranged the trip and saw to it that everything was paid for, so I have no idea how much it cost. You don't know? Bullcrap. Even if he paid for it all, surely he'd tell you how much it was. Apparently his dad helped out with the money. On top of the money he contributed to the wedding fund itself, he included an extra chunk and told us to splash out on something lavish for the honeymoon. And that's not all. Evan said his pop's even going to pay for us to have ourselves a new house built. Oh, to be rich. Surely going around the world on a cruise ship is going to cost a freakish amount of money. That's just excessive. How can you guys be so irresponsible? There are starving kids in the world, and there you are blowing ungodly sums of money on unnecessary, extravagant honeymoon projects. I bet you're only doing this to make me jealous. You're even more sick and twisted than I thought. Gotta go, sweetie. The wedding's about to start. See ya. No, wait. You don't get to just end the conversation when you feel like it. We're not done here. Oh, yes, we are. We both have weddings to enjoy after all. We'll both remember today for the rest of our lives, for all sorts of reasons. Wow, Jenny, I have never seen a bride barge their way into someone else's wedding like that before. It was embarrassing watching you get restrained by the staff and escorted out. I was sure I heard something that sounded like a dress ripping. Are you okay? Do not screw me around, you low-life scumbag. How low do I have to sink before you'll be satisfied? Don't think I didn't see it, your dress. It was the one I had to give up on because it was too expensive, wasn't it? Oh, so you did notice. Yep, it's part of the Silky Peeps Excellence range. Can you believe I got married in one of the most luxurious wedding dresses money can buy? I feel like I'm dreaming. Now that you mention it, I do recall it being the one you had your heart set on, but had to give up on because your budget just didn't cut it. How did you know I gave up on that dress? You told your friend about it, right? Well, it just so happens that friend leaked a bunch of your private information on a secret Peep Book account. Who was it? And how do you know about their secret account? That's for me to know and you to find out. I knew because I made all sorts of preparations in advance of the wedding. Every I was dotted, every T crossed. Besides, you don't exactly have the most trustworthy friends, do you? Birds of a feather really do flock together, huh? She did nothing but talk crap about you on that account. She said she spent 95% of the time you were together cringing because you did almost nothing except brag about how amazing your life was. The whole dress thing was included in her ranting. What? To quote a few of the spicier posts, that bitch does nothing but show off. It's pathetic. She thinks she's hot stuff just because she somehow managed to bag herself a rich husband. He can't have been that rich, though. Otherwise, she wouldn't have had to give up on that wedding dress she never shut her damn foghorn of a mouth about. She's making fun of you for being so high on your own pretensions of being some kind of celebrity. Who is she? Whoever it is, I'll kill her. Tell me. Does it really matter? It could be any number of people. You know full well she's not the only one you bragged about your oh-so-amazing life to. Pick any guest at your wedding today. They may smile and wish you well to your face, but when you're not looking, they all make fun of you. You're a laughingstock. To them, you're nothing but the predatory bimbo who stole her sister's husband. Who are they? I want names. I want names of every last person who ever made fun of me behind my back. I'll have them all kicked out. Don't you have more important things to be worrying about right now? You know, like your own wedding? I'd be surprised if they even let you go ahead with it after what you did. You might not have noticed, but you smashed a bunch of decorations when you barged into my wedding and started flailing around like an escaped mental patient. I wonder what your husband's parents think about their new daughter-in-law after she embarrassed their son like that on his wedding day. It wasn't my fault. You provoked me. You're the one who started this fight. All I did was react. Even if, for argument's sake, I did provoke you, do you really think that justifies what you did? There's no excuse. That was barbaric, pure and simple. You owe the wedding company money for all the stuff you broke, and I suggest you pay up ASAP. As you know, these wedding halls are luxury, which means the stuff you broke doesn't come cheap. Something tells me you're gonna owe them a lot of money. Whatever, like I care. My husband will pay it for me. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I forgot to tell you something. It's about my scumbag ex-fiancé. Remember when I told you you were overestimating him? You called me a sore loser, but I can assure you that's not why I said it. Sure, I remember. So what? Get to the point. The only reason he was considered elite was because he was helping me with my job. You know how he and I used to work at the same company? Well, he occupied a role which consisted entirely of supporting me the whole time I was there. That's the only reason his sales numbers were high. What? Are you being serious? You actually think I'm gonna fall for a lie this crappy? Do you really enjoy harassing me that much that you'd stoop this low? I'm sure he wishes I was lying. I heard from some of my old coworkers lately that he's not pulling in the same numbers he used to. Apparently he's in a real slump. Forget the highway to success. He's on the dirt road to demotion. Looks like he's not that special without me there to prop him up after all. Maybe if you had anything resembling a brain cell in between those ears of yours and were able to support him like I did, things would be different. Support? What kind of support? Things like document creation, things like slideshows and charts, and gathering recent data on customer purchasing trends. I pretty much did anything and everything he needed me to ensure his work went smoothly. He was prone to making mistakes, so I always made sure to anticipate things that could go wrong for him and warn him in advance. If you think you can do all that, by all means, go ahead. There's no way I can. I wouldn't even know where to start. I've never done anything like that before. Right? Who knows what the future has in store for you two now? You mean he's not on the highway to success? You mean he's not gonna get richer? What's gonna happen to us? Oh no, I didn't make you anxious, did I, sweetie? I'm just telling it like it is, What choice did I have? If you must insist on trying to compete with me, I have no choice but to put you in your place. The things I say might sound mean, but all I'm trying to do is stop you from embarrassing yourself. After that, there were a couple of issues between Jenny and the wedding venue staff, but luckily for her, they allowed her to go ahead with her wedding. However, according to one of my old coworkers who was there as a guest, she was in a foul mood from start to finish, and the atmosphere was so tense you could cut it with a knife. Not only that, but apparently word that I, the sister whose husband she stole, was holding a far larger, more impressive ceremony at the same venue made its way to the guests. She became the laughingstock of her friends, who all secretly hated her. To add insult to injury, the wedding company demanded $20,000 in compensation to make up for all the stuff she broke after barging into my wedding hall and flipping out like a lunatic. With that, her relationship with her new in-laws deteriorated in an instant, and they've been at each other's throats ever since. I heard from a friend of a friend that Darren had reached his wit's end with her within 3 days of tying the knot. And their married life is the stuff nightmares are made of. But even still, with Jenny being as proud and sensitive to the opinions of others as she is, she'd rather endure a frosty atmosphere at home than suffer the shame of divorcing so soon after getting hitched, out of fear of what people might think. As for me, you'll be pleased to hear I cut my family out of my life once and for all. And now, Evan and I are enjoying married life together. I've never been happier.